Minecraft Bedrock has a very bad reputation amongst people. However, as a Minecraft Bedrock player, this version of the game is not as bad as people say it is. With that being said, here are 100 reasons why Minecraft Bedrock is better than Java. Starting off with number 1 being the bridging. Bridging is just so much more fun on Bedrock due to the ability to place blocks in front of you, which leads to insane bridging techniques like jump bridging, MJ bridging, icy bridging, double bridging, and even the ability to bridge downwards. Another feature that is exclusive to Bedrock that I think is great is the featured server tab. Granted, there are some bad servers on here, but a lot of the servers are actually really great and well made. So let me list a few, starting with the Hive. This server is just everything you could hope for in a Bedrock server. It's got one of the most fun and unique PvP styles due to the server's custom knockback. It has really fun game modes, my favorites being Sky Wars, Bed Wars, Speed Builders, Block Drop, Survival Games, Gravity, The Bridge, Block Party, and Murder Mystery. Onto our second great Bedrock server, I have Galaxite, one of the more underrated Bedrock servers in my opinion. They also have extremely fun and unique game modes you wouldn't find anywhere on Java, those being Chronos, which is my favorite version of Minecraft Battle Royale or survival games. Seriously, give this game a try, it's really fun. And Hyper Racers, which is just Mario Kart but in Minecraft. They also have Rush, which is a unique twist on the Skywars genre with no void and the ability to combine equipment together to upgrade them. They also have Parkour Builders, which is similar to Hypixel housing parkour, except this time with more features, so really it's just an upgraded version. And finally, Alien Blast, which is similar to Call of Duty Zombies, but in Minecraft. I played this game with some friends, and it was honestly really fun. Next up we got Cubecraft, which might be a familiar name because it also has a Java server. But Cubecraft on Bedrock Edition has some banger game modes of their own, such as Cubecraft Minerware, a really fun rapid-fire party games mode that is my personal favorite game on Cubecraft, and Pillars of Fortune. Although it does have a Java counterpart, I think the unique Bedrock bridging makes this version of the game a lot more fun, interesting, and easier to play. I also put the server Mob Maze on here, and even if you don't like the gameplay style, which I'm not even a huge fan of either, you have to give credit where it's due in the fact that the server just looks downright awesome. I mean, this is just a great example of what Bedrock is capable of that Java simply isn't optimized for. I added Lifeboat on here as well, but just Lifeboat Lava Survival. It's legitimately the only great game on Lifeboat, so that's why it's on this list. Also, once again, Bedrock's unique bridging makes this game so much more fun than it would be if it was on Java. And finally, to wrap off the server side of things, we have Zeka. Maybe I'll get hate for this, but I think Zeka is the cleanest PvP practice server across both versions. I believe this mostly because of the modeling and UI designs on the server that make it so much easier to use. Next up we have Mace PvP, and I just think it's so much easier on Bedrock Edition since you can just spam hit in order to kill a player. Another fantastic feature that's unique to Bedrock is that you can change your Minecraft skin wherever and whenever you want. Bedrock players also have access to infinite free multiplayer worlds, so instead of buying a server to play with friends, you can just load up a world for free. One of the absolute best features on Bedrock I haven't mentioned yet is the accessibility for mobile players as well as console players. One thing that people can universally agree on in the Java versus Bedrock debate is that Bedrock is 100 times more accessible to people than Java, and that's a great thing since more people can play Minecraft. On Bedrock you can bone meal sugarcane, which isn't on Java. As to why? I don't know, but hey, I'll take it. You can also lead a boat on Bedrock, but not on Java, as well as being able to place redstone underwater on Bedrock, which isn't possible on Java. Another super underrated feature Bedrock players have is the ability to make multiple accounts entirely for free. On Java, you have to buy a new version of the game if you want another Minecraft account, but on Bedrock, you just need a different email account and then you can make as many free Minecraft accounts as you'd like. One of the more recent Bedrock exclusive features is Vibrant Visuals, which I've honestly grown attached to a bit. I use Vibrant Visuals on my hardcore world, and it really enhances the experience a ton. It also helps that Vibrant Visuals is built into Bedrock, so you don't have to access great graphics through a third party. RTX graphics are also unique to Bedrock, and it's built into the game via the ray tracing button in video settings. assuming your PC can handle it, of course. Bedrock Edition also has access to some unique items like deny and allow blocks, as well as border blocks. A few years ago, I tried making some minigames on Bedrock with commands, and these few unique items help a lot in the process of map making, so they are definitely super useful. Speaking of useful, Bedrock Edition has super easy access to modeling with the program Blockbench. So much so, they even have a custom add-on maker on Blockbench that directly converts your model into a resource and/or behavior pack. Even an idiot like me was able to learn how to make Bedrock add-ons via Blockbench super easily. This also relates to my next point, which is that Bedrock just has better modeling capabilities. You log on a Bedrock server and you see tons of creative 3D models all over the place. However, if you log on a Java server, it's usually the same copy and paste NPC player skin model. Bedrock also just has better UI designs. If you log on to nearly any Bedrock server, you'll find some amazingly designed UI that makes the server look 10 times cleaner. In my time learning to make Bedrock add-ons, I also discovered that there's a Minecraft plugin made by Blockception in Microsoft VS Code, which personally saved me a ton of time writing code for any of my personal projects. But I can also guarantee other, more experienced Bedrock coders also find this plugin to be extremely useful. Next up, you can load Minecraft worlds by just double-clicking on the file. You can also do the same thing with resource and behavior packs. Now, onto something strange that's unique to Bedrock, which is dyeable armor and tipped arrows by right-clicking a filled cauldron. This might be one of the more controversial spots on this list, but I have speedrunning, and I say this because speedrunning is actually so much easier to learn on Bedrock, mostly because of this next point, which is that strongholds always spawn under villages. So as long as you throw an Eye of Ender, just keep going in that direction until you find a village. Honestly, this is more of a time saver than you'd think. Next up, I have definitely the most controversial spot on this list, and I have the Minecraft Marketplace. Now just hear me out. I know the Marketplace gets a lot of hate, but there are some genuinely good things that come from the Marketplace. One of them being the opportunities it gives to creators to share their work with people. I have a few friends of mine who make Marketplace content, and overall, they've been able to have a lot of positive experiences that they otherwise wouldn't have gotten if the Minecraft Marketplace didn't exist. Onto some standout Marketplace content though, I have Better on Bedrock, which is a mod I have yet to play, but just from what I have seen, it looks absolutely incredible, and not something you'd find every day on Java. I also have Actions and Stuff, which is an animation pack sold on the Marketplace. Actions and Stuff is so much better than its Java counterpart. I mean, just look at the difference. It's night and day as to which one looks more alive. Up next, I got Realms, which can let you access the same world across every device. For example, if you own a realm, you can play that same world on your PC, your phone, and your console. This next one isn't an official add-on on the Marketplace, but there is this incredible world edit add-on made by independent creators, which you can find access to in the description below if you're interested. Bedrock Edition also had an exclusive MCC event made by the Nox crew, which was really cool and fun. Speaking of events though, there was also the Hive Sonic event back in 2021, which is something really awesome that I don't think Java would be able to replicate at all. Bedrock also has the famous Terra Soup Force map made by Nox crew for free on the Marketplace. I think I'll let a guest give their opinion on Terra Soup Force.
I love Terra Soup Force!
Thank you, Gigi. Minecraft Bedrock Edition also has the Character Creator, which is a pretty neat feature players can use to make their own Minecraft skins. When you make a new world, you have the ability to select a custom spawn location, like certain biomes or structures, which can really help if you want to experience a new update in survival without walking 10,000 miles on a previous world. This next entry is one of my personal favorites on this list, which is that Bedrock has emotes. It's legitimately so funny to win a game of the bridge and then hit the gritty afterwards. It's truly a top 10 experience on all of Bedrock. At number 67, we have the 6-7 emote. Next up, I thought I'd give some spotlight to some incredible Minecraft Bedrock tournaments, starting with MCBC, which is basically MCC but on Bedrock. They have a really awesome and unique game called Gridlock, which uses Bedrock bridging and PvP in a fun way. They also have a game called Relic Raiders, which commonly has Bedrock unique inspired puzzles that make the game much more fun. Another awesome Minecraft Bedrock tournament is WMCT. Some of their standout games are Countdown, which is a fun game mode with rocket launchers and bombs to explode people, and Portal Tag, which is basically the most fun version of Hot Potato you'll ever play in your life. They also have a final boss game that is probably one of the coolest experiences I've had while playing on Bedrock, and is something you won't find anywhere on Java Edition. Minecraft Bedrock also saw unique voting events, such as for the mob vote, and recently for the Minecraft movie build vote event, which is pretty cool and gives Bedrock a sense of community. Also on Bedrock, you can code in custom items, blocks, and entities, all without having to retexture other items. This is probably the reason that impacts most other reasons on this list, which is that Bedrock is just so much better optimized than Java. But it kind of needs to be since it has people playing on all different kinds of devices. Particles are also better optimized on Bedrock, causing way less lag than it would on Java. Bow boosting is easier to do as well, which is useful in a very small number of circumstances, but it's still fun to do. On Bedrock, you can render 96 chunks depending on your PC, but on Java, it's capped at 32 chunks. You can get free capes on Bedrock for just having an account or being around during a certain time. Potions of Decay are in the creative menu on Bedrock, but not on Java. For this next one, maybe this is my personal preference, but the crafting recipe book is so much easier to navigate on Bedrock than Java. I don't know, maybe this is my Bedrock bias coming through, but anytime I've crafted on Java, I was missing the Bedrock crafting. You can light TNT with a fire aspect sword on Bedrock, and you can also light candles with a fire aspect sword on Bedrock. Bedrock also has these snowy winter leaves depending on the weather, which just provides so much more atmosphere to the game in my opinion. Bedrock also has structure files, which are used by the structure blocks. These files load structures from files on your computer and can help a lot in the process of map making. This next one is a feature I don't use a ton, but it's still really cool, which is /camera. I've seen people do all kinds of awesome things with this command, and I'm surprised that it's exclusive to Bedrock. Bedrock Edition also has NPC entities, which are just simple but nice additions for map making and command blocks. I don't know why this reason took so long to mention, but Minecraft Bedrock Edition is just cheaper. You can buy a copy of Bedrock Edition on your phone for like $7. It's an absolute steal. Bedrock Edition has 3D models for fishing rods while Java doesn't. You can also push a chest with a piston on Bedrock, but not on Java. Shield physics are unique on Bedrock because it'll launch you if you spam hit a player with a shield. I just think the shield physics work better for fights and makes it a little bit less standoffish. On Bedrock, armor stands can have a variety of different poses. And they have arms, which is super cool. Also on Bedrock, you can stack golden hearts, which can lead to less deaths and maybe some trickery to your friends as to how much health you're really on. At number 99, I have a very, very important reason, which is that since Bedrock gives you the chance to play Minecraft on your phone, that means that you can play Minecraft while on the toilet. Honestly, this is probably the greatest reason as to why Bedrock is better than Java. But finally, at number 100, I have try Bedrock out for yourself and make your own opinion of it. One last thing I would like to clarify, I don't hate Java Edition. In fact, I play Java a lot actually, but I made this video with the intention to show people some awesome things that Bedrock has that Java doesn't, in the hopes that maybe some people will give Bedrock a chance. With that, thank you for watching. I recommend you subscribe as most of my audience isn't subscribed for some reason. Anyways, see ya.